Okay, this is my Sephora haul. It's probably the biggest haul I've ever done on my channel. I don't normally do haul videos, but we have 4 days of the sale left, so I wanted to make sure I did this one for you. This is not my normal way to operate during the Sephora sale, but I really wanted to try some of these new things and then some things that were suggested. So yeah, we're going to dive into it. Don't forget that on the screen right up here comes a number, and in that number corresponds to whatever product I'm going to be holding up. So you just remember, you like the number, go down into the description box and you'll see it all listed, linked with any specific color. If you're interested in the colors that I wear and you want to get one because you feel like your coloring is like me, I make sure I list that. And that all will be in the first pinned comment, along with what I'm wearing. I always get asked what I have on for a top or jewelry or anything like that. And I just want you to know that, you know, this is a lot. Yeah, it's a big haul. I know that we don't all need this. You don't need to run out and get all of this. If you're a makeup lover and this is your passion like it is mine, you know, fly, be free, have fun. But I get a lot of criticism about this kind of stuff. I want to tell you that if I wasn't an influencer, I wouldn't have this much stuff because it wouldn't be practical. But this is my job. If you walked into an office building and you saw the receptionist or the secretary, she's surrounded with her supplies to do her job. Same thing with a doctor or a mechanic. They're surrounded with the tools of the trade. That's what this is for us. This is what we do. We review cosmetics. We try to bring you the best. We try to steer you away from the worst. But you don't need all of it. We realize that this is just what we do. And it is so much fun to be able to do what you love every single day. So I just wanted to make sure I said that because I know not everybody needs it and I show a lot. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get started. This first bag right here, I'm just gonna pull a bunch of stuff out of. First is this Phlur perfume discovery set. If you remember on my suggestions video, I had the missing persons from Phlur in there. And I wanted to try more because I love that fragrance so much. So I wanted to see what they were all about. So this one lets you try a bunch of them, 8 different scents. And then I had the coolest thing happen. Phlur actually reached out to me and they said, can we send you a small PR package? I'm like, absolutely, that is so cool. So I was really excited to be able to talk to them. So hopefully I will be bringing you some other fragrances as well. I did repurchase a couple of things. This is the Easy Bake Huda Beauty, that new lilac color, and I knew you guys would come through. The color is Yube Birthday Cake, and I knew you guys would come through and tell me what the Yube stood for, Yube or Yube. I don't know which one it is, but either way, it's a yam that has a purple center like this. They're actually colored purple. If you look that up, you'll find them. And I don't remember what country it came from, but it's across the seas. They grow them, they eat them, they love them. So I thought it was really cool. I'm like, I want to try that. From The Ordinary, this is a repurchase and a restock for me. It's the Growth Factor 15% solution. Growth factors go in and stimulate the cells in order for them to be healthy and turn over more quickly. And I really love the idea of a growth factor because as your skin ages, it has less of a turnover time. So this has been lovely for me. That's my second bottle. I did buy this brush right here from the Sephora collection, and it is a dual-sided cheek brush, but I'm not impressed with it. It seems like it's just way too small, and it's not super soft. Usually Sephora collection has really fantastic brushes, but this one I just didn't feel like it was up to the par of the other ones. I really didn't try it out at all, but you know how you can just tell on certain things. So that one I wouldn't suggest that you do. But I did pick up this daily brush cleaner from the Sephora collection, and I want to find a really dirty brush and try that for you. So hang on. Here I am. So this is a blush brush from the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy, and I'm just going to spray it on the brush. I didn't even read the directions, but that's how I would do it. Here's my towel, and wow, look, it's coming off really good. So coming off quite well. I mean, this isn't a deep cleaning, but if you like to have clean brushes every time, you might be able, still got some right over here. Let's just spray that a little bit more on that side. See if we can get some of that off. Yeah, this is coming off really nicely. I do feel a little bit of oil though, and that's kind of weird. I don't know why. But it came pretty clean. So, and then as I'm doing this, I can see some, yeah, there's some oil in there. So I don't know. I'll report back to you on that brush cleaner. Putting an oil on it like that and then going into your makeup. I don't know, especially with powder makeup. I don't know, we'll see. I will report back to you, like I said. Second bag, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Spray. This is supposed to blur like the powders and supposed to be that blurring technology like her recent release of that foundation that I can't think of the name of right now. It's got a nice mister on it, comes out very fine. I really did like that. I have it on today and it feels really refreshing, really nice, but it also is supposed to keep your makeup on for up to like 12 to 14 hours. I didn't shake it before I sprayed, but so far so good on that one. I do have on one of the viral products that everybody was talking about, and that is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. I have mine in color 5 Neutral, which was very hard to find, and it's a nice color, seems to be working out fine. This is definitely a skin tint, so it feels like light to medium when you put it on. Yesterday I put it on with a sponge and a dampened sponge, and it gave me light to medium coverage with covering, going back in with a second coat in the areas where I need a little bit more coverage. So it evens out my tone really well. And it didn't settle. It's not settling at all. I would say that if you're an oily person, this might not be for you. But even if you have combination, you might really, really like this just with a little bit of powder in your T-zone. But when I put it on today, I put it on with my fingers and it gave me a medium coverage. So I just feel like this is a really good new foundation on the market. And if you already love their grip products in their line for Milk Makeup, you might really, really enjoy this. So very pretty. And then I tried this Sarah Surreal. This is the Face Flex concealer, and you can use it all over your face, which you can with any concealer, but it's what I have on. I'm quite impressed with this. Now, you all know that my all-time favorite is Tower 28. Do I feel like it's up there? I feel like it could be a close second. It's definitely not, the exact one like that, but it does not dry out my under eyes. It doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. I do have to set it a little bit with powder, which is what I do with all of my concealers, because all of my smile lines are there and it's gonna settle in there whether I like it or not, and throughout the day. This one is the color 3.0. It was a really good color, and it was a good color match for my Milk Makeup skin tint. And when you blur it out or tap it out, it even becomes a better color. It's almost like it brightened. I actually really thought this was worth the hype. However, it's still very expensive. For me, it's almost on the too expensive, especially when there's a Tower 28 out there. But if you're wanting to try a new concealer and you don't like the Tower 28, or you haven't found your Holy Grail yet, there's a lot of people saying that this is their Holy Grail. So you might actually love it. This one right here is the new Sephora collection, Blush and Glow. I did get a lot of Sephora collection products. This one I did wear a little bit today. I felt like this actually lifted my makeup just a little bit that was on my cheeks, my foundation. I wouldn't, apply it like that. What I do is a couple of dots, and then I would just go over it with a brush or tapping it out with your fingers. Once you start tapping it out, it doesn't completely dry down, so it's almost like a balm where it's going to stay a little bit dewy and a little bit tacky looking. But that dewy look is what some people are really looking for. As far as it being like the best blush I've ever tried, it's not, but it's a good one. And the third bag's the heavy one. So I've got several products in here that I need to share. All right, so I'm going to share the Sol de Janeiro new limited edition fragrance. I love their limited edition fragrances. Sometimes I'm like, why are these limited edition? You guys, come on. This is the Agua. This is the Agua Mystica fragrance. Very floral. Sorry, not floral at all. Very citrusy. I love the citrus smell. You know what I love these the most for is in my hair. And I know somebody said don't do it. It dries your hair out. It doesn't really dry mine out, but I love to layer this kind of thing too. So if you have a musky smell that you like, put this on first. put the musky smell on top of it, the musk smell on top of it, and you have citrusy musk, which I think is a beautiful fragrance. And I've had some perfumes that were really expensive like that. Anyway, I thought it was really, really good. And then this one right here, I am impressed with as well. 2 nights of using this as my last step at night. This is the Sephora Skin Collection, so it's their skincare collection. This is the Overnight Hydrating Mask. Hyaluronic, polyglutamate polyglutamate acids. Whew. This one is gorgeous. I found something. Okay, I use a super heavy duty thick cream around my eyes at night. Sorry about the noises with the truck. My window's open because it's getting warm. I've not been able to find an overnight moisturizer that I could wake up and still feel like my skin had a little bit of tackiness to it or a little bit of moisture left to it, because it's dry here, and I have the fan on last night, so it mixes that dry air anyway. But this one did a good job. 2 nights I've tried it. I'm really impressed with how hydrated my skin was. So this is good. One thing that I thought was going to be like a dupe for the Hourglass Ambient powders, because I have had one of these in the past from the Sephora collection, is this 4-pan face palette. I am not sold on this 100%. Where did my glasses go? This one is the medium one, I believe. Medium to tan one. So I wanted one a little bit darker. The really light ones looked really super duper light. So I kind of, yeah. I'm not super impressed with this. The powders don't feel like they, like Hourglass powders. This is a baked formula. Little bit too warm on 3 colors in here, so I really only have 1 color in here that I can really wear and enjoy. So this one, even though I wanted to love it because that's what I bought it for, was to show you guys, I am just not all that impressed with it. I am, however, quite impressed with these Sephora Colorful Blush glazes. So these are pretty. I wore this one right here, which is the color Pink Sunset, on top of that little purple blush that we talked about, just to brighten up a little bit. It's really too coral for me. I don't normally wear one of those. I probably will try to get a different color. But this one was beautiful too. This one is the color Moon O'Clock, and I did like this one very much. These have a shimmer in them. So think Rare Beauty. When they came out with those, that's actually what these are very, very much like. So keep that in mind. These are really nice. They're quite highly pigmented, as you can see. And that one right there that I just showed you, the darker one, which is Moon O'Clock, it actually is almost flipping through a duochrome color. So that's quite pretty. But it definitely has that built-in shimmer into the blush. And then Rare Beauty also came out with new blushes. These are the matte bouncy blushes. This one is in Hope. Pretty color. And I did enjoy using this one too. This really feels very creamy. So it's not a cream blush, but it feels creamy. At least I don't think it is. I don't even know if it, I should look that up. I'll put it on the screen. If it's marketed as a cream, it feels so creamy that I'm second guessing myself. Is this a cream blush that turns into a powder? And then I tried this one, Blush. This is Deal Closer. That's the color of it. And this is the 3-pan blushes, like the one size ones. And it has the protective case on the cream. And the cream is very balmy, very, very balmy. And then this matte one, and then this one that has not a lot of shimmer, but it definitely has a little bit of shimmer on it. So there are the 3 colors in this palette. And again, this one is called Deal Closer. So you get 3 different things to try. This is a very bright berry palette. So I do like that one a lot. And I had to try some mascaras. I have heard everybody talking about the Size Up mascara from the Sephora collection. I remember getting it in one that was not waterproof and it flaked. So I wanted to try the waterproof formula, and I can tell you that it does stay around till you take it off. A very unassuming wand. However, it's got this weird, I don't know, weird barbs on it. But I also was a little bit, and I know this is just because it's new, there's a lot that comes off with the brush. So you have to do a lot of cleaning. That's not my favorite thing to do, but I will tell you that it is what built up this eye today. So that waterproof is on this side. Kind of have to fart around with it a lot to get it to fan out and everything, but it does give great volume and length. I don't know if you're somebody that doesn't mind messing with wands. I just feel like if you're gonna pay the money, do the wand right. I haven't even opened this one yet. That's the same size up mascara, but this is the Phlur. Holy cow. See, now that one didn't come out all goopy. So I don't know, but I really, really, really wanted to try this on with you guys. I have kind of a warm color on my eyes today. I'm just gonna tip this a little bit and see what happens. It's pretty. I mean, I don't even know if anybody would know unless you just wore it by itself. Okay, there's more coming out now, so it's getting a little bit gloopy, but not too bad. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun to have something like that. Oh, don't get it everywhere, Melissa. If you're somebody that likes to do different things, this kind of thing is fun to have. That's really making it look very pretty. I was a little bit nervous in the beginning, and my hands are shaking, I know. So yeah, good mascara. I just wish the brush came out a little bit with a little bit less product on it. From Kulfi, this is one of the things I was influenced to get. Somebody said it was so good. This is their Baddie Lash. This is a silicone brush, and it has these barbs on the end of it that can pick up the bottom of your bottom lashes, but there's too much product that comes out on that. So I have to take something like this and I have to go like this. And yeah, you can see how much is coming off just so it doesn't clump on the bottom there. But it did a great job on the top lashes. It's what I have on this side. They feel soft, and I did just put that blue on, but you can still tell, that my base coat did a lot of lengthening, and I did have a little bit of a hard time separating my lashes, but once I got in there and started working with it, it was good. And yeah, so no smudging on that one either. Very pretty. I do like that one a lot. And then I tried this. This is the new Givenchy powder, pressed powder, Prism Libre pressed powder in Voila Rose 03. Okay, packaging is nice. It has a brush that sits in a little cradle right there at the front with a flap or top or hinged. Am I unhinged today? I don't know. Okay, this is not like the loose powder. And usually I like pressed powders than I like the loose powder. For one thing, I don't think it is the same colors that loose powder is. Maybe that's a logistics thing and being pressed or loose. I don't know. But yeah, this one is right on the fence there. This is too drying for me. It's pretty. It's beautiful as far as being a nice powder. But I wore it yesterday and I made the mistake of wearing it too heavy. And it might have been because I wore it too heavy. Because you can, with that loose powder. I know they wanted to redeem themselves in that they messed up their original that is in the loose powder, but they didn't redeem themselves as far as I'm concerned. The color is off, and I feel like it's just a little bit too drying. So, if you're somebody that really loves to have a very matte powder, this might be perfect for you. And there might be people that are out there saying that they absolutely love it, but in my opinion, go for this Huda Beauty one because it's way better. So that's not the greatest, but powder is very subjective at this age. So I don't know whether I want to say, yes, do it, don't do it. Okay. I, first of all, want to show you these two lip glosses. I talked about the ColourPop glossed glosses. This one just has a very opally, milky look in there. I love these. They're not super sticky, but they hang around a long time. So I do love these, and I just wanted another color of it, one that I could kind of neutrally put on any lipstick and it wouldn't change the color. But I did find these new, these are a gloss lip oil hybrid from Fenty. And also what is great about this is this color. I did not think I would like this color, but you guys, it's quite interesting and quite pretty. So I used this new one that I have from Huda Beauty. This is her lip contour in muted pink. And by the way, I went extra ham on the lip liners because I am on a quest to find the best lip liner on the planet. And I found a lot of good ones, but I don't know if I found my holy grail. Bite Beauty used to be my holy grail, so not a lot compares. Automatic liner with a sharpener in the bottom. Nice. Beautiful color. What did I say this was? Muted pink. Beautiful color. I am so impressed with that color. It's what I have on today. It just is very creamy, very easy to work with, and I am not getting a lot on because I already have a gloss on, and I'm talking while I'm putting it on, so I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. And then the picture that I saw of her trying this one on, which is called what? Called something jellyfish. I'll put it up on the screen. So it's got this really pretty shift of lavender in there, but it's pretty sheer as well. But you put it on with your lip liner. She did it with a brown on the picture I saw of her. Beautiful, gorgeous, and it just gave a lot of dimension without changing that color too much that you put on for a liner. So I really like this. This is really nice. The oil feels really good. I don't feel like oils stick around as long as glosses. So if I was wanting one that stuck around, I would go for this. And by the way, the one that is Money is really close to this color. If you're interested, it's not Money, it's Wild. It's called Wild. That's the color. It's very close to this one from Fenty. So did like that one very much. And then I will just show you what I found. I got a new color of Makeup by Mario. And this color is, I went in there and swatched every one of his. And I'll be danged if not everyone except for the one that is called Kevin. And this one, Pink Peony, is just so darn warm. Why can these companies not figure out what a cool anything is? They've always got to put that warm undertone in there. This one isn't though. That's a true pink, blue pink. And really love these liners anyway. Great paddle brush on one side. But I only have one other because I can't find the colors other than those two that aren't warm. And then I did pick up this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Liner. This one is an automatic with a sharpener in the bottom of it. And the color, I hate it when the print is so weird. The color is just mauve, called mauve. This is a pretty one too. It's kind of a muted color, very much close. It's quite close to the Huda Beauty one. This one might have a little bit more pink in it or a little bit more muted color in it. Quite pretty, creamy, goes on quite creamy. I would say that these ones from Makeup by Mario are a little bit more stiff, so they stay around longer when they are. I got two colors from one size. I don't know if I've tried these before. I think I have, but oh gosh, it goes through so much. These are the Lip Snatchers, and this first color is called Pink Remix. So let's see what that one is. Okay, so that one's a very neutral one. This one is getting to where it's almost too warm. I probably won't keep this one, but I like this formula. Again, that's a little bit stiffer. I do like this color though. This one is called Make It Known. This one I thought would be so good for all of you that love a nude lip, but you want pink instead of, peach. This is really pretty. That is definitely pink. Put a nude lipstick over top of that. You're gonna have a beautiful lip with that one. Love those. But I think the knockout surprise for me of all of the lip liners that I got this time were from Merit. I am so impressed by these. Built-in liner in the bottom. It's a mechanical, twist up. And I'm really, really impressed with these. This one is called Coupe. Right here, this color is so beautiful. Okay, super duper creamy. Almost the kind like a lipstick. But I loved that muted color, and I loved that it was gorgeous on my lips. And then this next one is called Mayfair. Mayfair or Wayfair? Wayfair is a company. Never mind. So it's called Mayfair. Okay, this one is my favorite one, favorite color, everything from everything that I have done so far with all of these. I do really like that one that I showed you from Patrick Top for a nude one. But if you're wanting to go with a more earthy, but still on the cool tones, that one right there, neutral cool. But I love this formula, creamy, so creamy. I just wish they had better colors, because there was these two. Thought I heard one of my dogs outside. There was these two, and then there wasn't any others. So that were the colors that I could use. So that's it. That's the last of it. Hope you did enjoy seeing this. I know there was a lot in there, but it's the biggest haul that I ever had, and so I wanted to bring it to you. And like I said, I don't normally do haul videos. Do you guys like them or not? Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they make people mad, and I don't want to make people mad. So I just need your feedback on that. Tell me what you think. And did you shop the Sephora sale? Let me know if you got anything that I may need to be thinking of myself. Hope that you're all doing really well. Hope that you come and see me again in my next video. And on your way out of here, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. And I will put up another video right here. It will be the recommendations video that I just did. So love you. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Goodbye, my friends.